What is up, my legends? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And I just watched Cats. Now, this went down as one of the worst movies of last year. And here's the thing, where I'm torn up about that statement. Because the fact is, a lot of people declared that before the updates of the movie. Which, yes, it should still be judged on that, the fact that the movie had to get updates or patched. So I'm going to talk about that first. So I've watched it at home, so I'm guessing it has the updates. And from what I've seen from the trailers and now watching the actual movie, it did look different. Some things looking in the trailer did look worse than it did here. Now, did I hate this movie? No. Did I love it? No. Did I like it? It was alright. I don't think it's the worst thing. I don't think I would have put this in the top 12 last year. But there's just something about this movie that is extremely strange, but also very fascinating. So, for full disclosure, before I go any further, I have not seen the musical, the Broadway musical. I know there's a DVD you can get, and I guarantee you it's been uploaded online somewhere. I'll get around to watching it eventually, because I want to start reviewing Broadway musicals anyway. So, here's the thing about this show. This movie. The CG isn't the best. Like, the main problem I had with the CG was the tails. For some reason, the tails looked weird. I can tell there was probably some practical effects with makeup and stuff as well, but you can clearly see there's CG in here as well, obviously because they need CG for the tails. And the tails really just looked weird to me. Like, I'm not trying to insult or anything, but the tails looked extremely weird to me. I don't know, some cats didn't look as weird, but most of the cats looked weird. But that's all I'm going to say on the CGI. It didn't look terrible, though. Characters. I actually did remember a good few of the characters' names. Like the main cat, I guess you could say, her name was Veronica. I forgot the rest already. The characters, there were some where I was like, and then there was this one little side plot where it goes off, and I feel like I guarantee the Broadway musical is much longer than this, so they had more time to probably give more characters more room and leeway to actually have their lines and their dialogue and all that interesting things that just happened throughout this throughout this movie that probably was executed way better in the musical because that's where it originated. But a lot of the characters, most of the characters were fine. One character that you thought was going to get more attention really didn't. Like, seriously, he had a whole musical number and everything. The villain of this movie, I didn't even know there was a villain. I thought that this was that type of movie. But there was a villain, and the villain was maybe we could have done without the villain. But that's what all I've said about characters. The characters were all right. They were fine. They were passable. They weren't anything. The cast was fine. I know there's some characters in here. There's the I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I can't remember the actor's name. It's sort of stuff. The chubby lady girl. I'm not trying to be mean because I'm chubby too. From Pitch Perfect is in this. I do believe that's who that was. And James Gordon is also in this. And the last time I reviewed a movie with James Gordon in it was the Emoji Movie. And I guess he redeemed himself. He was alright in this. Now, probably my favorite, though, character was probably, there's this magician cat, I don't remember his name, but there's this magician cat that I actually really liked, and Yeah. Okay, we got to that. Let's talk about the songs. There are a few songs where I was like, there's a whole song that's like, it feels very cultish. I'm like, really? And there's songs that Taylor Swift is in this movie. She has a song in this movie, which is just is a means of doing a certain thing. And like, it really felt like it came out of left field. And just, it didn't feel like it was needed. But my favorite song is one they sing about the magician cat. That was really, really cool. I actually liked that song. I guarantee I'll like it better with the original Broadway version because I just love Broadway. The thing is, about this movie, though, it just does... Something about it did not sit the best with me with some of the numbers. Like, one I was... Memory is one of the songs, this is the only song I knew going into this, was one I was waiting and building up to. I was like, I want to see this musical number. And when it finally gets to it, it's very underwhelming. Like, you're expecting it to go full on, and it does with the vocals, but with the visual, it's just her standing around, and she moves the camera a few times. Most of the time, the camera is right on the character singing, and there's not much going on in the back. It pans other characters once in a while, but there's not really much going on. Now, if that's how it is in the original, I actually could give it more credit, but from what I know, as of right now, not a fan. Sorry, just not a fan. But there's a bunch of this that is just really interesting. I don't know how to rate this movie, to be honest, because I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, I just thought it was It was fine. Will I ever watch this again? Maybe. Is this on my list of things that am I upset that I didn't see this in theaters? No. It's a musical, so I had fun with it. A lot of the time, though, I don't usually use talk like this in these videos, but I promise, I really, really feel like in some parts of this movie, someone was in... This movie was someone's fetish. And that's why it got made. I'm not trying to sound wrong or inappropriate, but that's legit what it felt like in some of the scenes. Because with the characters' movements and the design of the characters just make you feel weird with some of their movements. And this way they're moving because they're supposed to be cats. But the thing is, you look at the freaking Broadway musical and look at those. Those are fine. Those don't make me uncomfortable when I see them moving and acting in strange ways. For some reason, these make me look weird. Not make me. These look weird. These look weird when they're doing their weird dancing, and it's really strange. And that's my main problem with the movie, is the fact that a lot of the times the moving, it makes me a little uncomfortable because it looks like something that should not be moving like that. It's making me feel weird because these are supposed to be cats. And there are some cats, when they're not wearing anything, they look like naked people. The main villain, he has a dance number in this song where he comes in with Taylor Swift. He wears a coat throughout most of the movie. When he takes it off, he looks butt freaking naked. I'm like, what the heck? Like, it made me uncomfortable. And it wasn't there's a whole bunch of like shots in the movie that I'm like, ew, why? No, they look weird. And it makes you uncomfortable. But I digress. This movie I didn't hate. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I can't give it a 4, and it's not bad enough to give it a 2. So I will give it a 3 out of 5. It's alright. If you're someone who drinks, I guess, and likes to ridicule movies, this might be a good movie to do that with. I don't know. I'm not condoning the consumption of alcohol. I don't care about alcohol. I'm not for it or whatever, but whatever. You do what you want. But if that's something you do, you'd probably have fun doing it to this movie. You'd probably have a lot of fun messing with this movie and like or sitting and ridiculing the whole movie. This is a movie you want to sit down like with your friends or something and just like make fun of. This is a good movie to do that with. This is a movie like it's so bad it's good status. Like, so I wouldn't really say it's bad. Sometimes I don't understand. Like, sometimes I agree with other critics 100% when they say this movie is terrible. Cats is alright. It's fine. It's decent. Now, maybe my opinion will change after I see the musical itself. Maybe it'll change. I don't know if I hope this was a faithful adaptation. Because I know this musical does have a fan base. But guys, that's all I have to say in this video, guys. I don't want to drag this out like I did the Aquaman review recently. So, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!